Today for dinner, we're making Greek lemon chicken and potatoes. Hi, you're with Wendy and Shannon.
Your favorite mother-daughter duo. This recipe is going to be ready in a snap. It's healthy, it's easy, and it's delicious. So let's get started.
So we're going to go in with a full chicken, but we're going to spatchcock it, which basically means removing the backbone and flattening it.
And this is going to help the chicken to cook faster and also more evenly while it bakes in the oven. And what do we do with the backbone?
The backbone can be used to make chicken soup, or you can use it to make chicken broth.
Okay.
And keep it in your refrigerator. And the best kitchen tool to use for this is a scissor. But you can always go in with a knife if you don't have a kitchen scissor. See that? Easy peasy. So now we're just going to take it, flip it around, give it a little crack, and there you have a nice flat chicken. So now to marinate the chicken, we're going to go in with about half a cup of olive oil.
This is a key ingredient in all Greek cooking.
And now we're going to add the zest of about 3 lemons.
Yes. And don't worry, we washed them. And this is going to add a lot of that zestiness without too much more of the liquid, right?
It's going to give it a lovely tang.
Yeah. And don't worry, we're going to use every part of this lemon. We're also going to juice it inside. Not that way, Shannon.
And when zesting the lemons, remember only to get the top layer. You don't want to get that bitter under layer. And we're also going to add the juice of the 3 lemons into it.
Okay.
So here you go.
Thank you. I'm just going to juice the lemons in there as well. This is going to be so nice and fresh. And it's such a quick and easy weeknight meal. And last one. And if you don't have a juicer like this already, you've got to get your hands on one. It's so easy to get through so many lemons. And now we're going to go in with about 8 cloves of garlic. This is super important for all that delicious flavor that it's going to add to the chicken and the potatoes.
Now you could either mince it with a knife or just use a garlic press and make it easy.
Yeah, after all, there's so much to do. So why not make it a little bit faster?
The garlic cloves are a little bit on the bigger side, so you need a little muscle here.
Yes.
Now we're going to add a little bit of Dijon mustard, and that's going to help to emulsify our marinade. Go in with 1 and a little more.
Okay.
Just for good measure.
And to balance the flavors, we're also going to add just a touch of honey, about a teaspoon.
The honey is totally optional, but it does give it a good flavor.
And now for the holy grail of Greek cuisine, we've got oregano. And we're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of dried oregano. Sounds like a lot, but it is super important to add a lot of oregano here to get that authentic flavor.
And we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. Yeah, just going to eyeball that.
You could also go in with fresh herbs, but dried works just fine. And you can't forget the sweet smoked paprika. This is going to add flavor and a little bit of color, about 1 teaspoon.
And now we're going to season the marinade with 1 teaspoon of salt.
This is going to bring out all those flavors and make the chicken so delicious.
And we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper.
And now it's time to whisk this up and just emulsify everything together.
It's already smelling so good out here.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And it's so much garlic and herbs.
Now we're going to go in with 4 medium-sized Yukon Gold potatoes. And now we're going to first peel them.
And you can go in with any potato that you like to eat. The potatoes are so important. They pair so perfectly with the Greek chicken, and it's a classic meal. The potatoes, the chicken, the herbs, the garlic. Wow.
And we're going to put the potatoes along with the chicken to cook so they absorb all that flavor of the chicken as well.
Mom used to make this all the time when we were growing up. We used to call it Mom's Chicken and Potatoes. It was a simple dish. The prep was like maybe 30 minutes, and then it just cooks in the oven. Today we're sharing with you, and it's going to become one of your go-tos. Comment down below, do you wash your potatoes after you peel them? I don't see the point, but sure, for today we'll do it. I'm back with the washed potatoes.
I like to wash them.
And I'm just going to cut them into wedges. So we'll cut in half, and then each half maybe into thirds. Does that sound good?
Yeah. I want them a little bit on the thicker side.
Yeah. In Greece, they make them really rustic, so we want to keep it that way. This is almost reminding me kind of like of kafriel chicken, which is like a Goan chicken dish.
Correct. You can leave the link down below for them too.
Yeah, I'll do that. But it also pairs chicken and potatoes, so this is feeling very, very reminiscent of that dish.
So you're supposed to angle your knife and cut it inward, and then angle your knife and cut it inward on the other side as well. And there you get 3 perfect wedges.
And now let's bring it all together. So we've got a baking dish, we've lined it with some parchment paper, and placed our potatoes all at the bottom in a single layer.
And now we're going to pour some of the marinade on top of the potatoes.
It's just going to make sure the bottom gets a little seasoning.
And now you're going to go in there with your clean fingers and give it all a toss so the potatoes get coated with that marinade.
The aroma right now is so good already. I can't wait for this to be cooked. Wow. Okay, I'm going to flatten it back down.
It's better if you have the potatoes in a single layer because then they get cooked evenly. And now on top of the potatoes goes the chicken. Now we're going to pour that marinade on top of the chicken as well. Oh, mamma mia. This is going to be a delicious dinner.
Wow.
Placing the chicken on top of the potatoes is going to allow all that air to circulate well and allow the chicken to cook evenly. And also the juices of the chicken are going to drip onto the potatoes and flavor them. Now we're going to pop this into our preheated oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to bake it till the potatoes are cooked and the internal temperature of the chicken reaches 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alrighty, once the chicken is ready, we're gonna plate it up, allow it to rest for about 5 to 10 minutes so that the juices lock in, and we like to garnish it with a little bit of fresh parsley and some lemon wedges.
Oh my goodness, look at that. And now it's time to give the chicken a taste.
Ooh, our favorite.
Cheers. Oh my gosh. This is so yum. So yum.
So tender.
Perfectly seasoned, perfectly cooked.
Okay, we need a potato.
I need a potato too.
Oof, look at that.
Gosh.
Cheers. This is comfort food like you've never tasted before.
Now this is a must-make recipe. Try it and it will be on repeat.
Absolutely. And you can find the full recipe on our website withwendyandShannon.com. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you get notified every time we upload a new video.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.